What if I told you that the very thing you do every day to keep your dog healthy, those long, exhausting walks, might actually be making their anxiety worse? In my years of clinical practice here in the United States, I have seen thousands of high-energy dogs. Owners come to me completely exhausted, saying, "Doc, we walk for 2 hours and he is still pacing the house." The truth is, you are not tiring them out. You are building a marathon runner. You are building stamina, but you are starving their brain. Today, I am revealing why physical exercise is a trap, and I am sharing the 3 brain games that will transform your restless dog into a calm companion in just 15 minutes. And pay close attention, because halfway through this video, I am going to share a secret safety trigger. It is a mistake most owners make during play that can actually lead to aggression. You need to know this before you try any of these games. Plus, at the very end, I will give you my 30-second calming hack that works like a biological off switch for your dog's brain. The science of the tired dog. To understand why your dog isn't relaxing, we have to look at the canine brain. Dogs have a massive part of their brain dedicated to one thing: olfaction. That is their sense of smell. When you just walk them on a short leash on the pavement, you are suppressing their natural instincts. In the veterinary world, we call this cognitive starvation. Imagine being a genius and being forced to stare at a blank wall all day. That is what a high-energy dog feels like without mental work. They do not have bad behavior. They have unspent intelligence. I know you are frustrated. You love your dog, and you are trying your best. But we need to switch from leg work to nose work. Let's dive into our first vet-approved game that will change the way you feed your dog forever. Game 1. The foraging mindset. Game number 1 is what I call the foraging mindset. In the wild, no one hands a dog a silver bowl filled with kibble. They are natural scavengers. When you give them a bowl, the meal is gone in 30 seconds. No brain cells used. 0. Instead, I want you to try the towel roll. Take an old towel. Scatter their dry food inside. Roll it up tight. Now, tie it in a loose knot. Your dog now has to use their paws and their nose to solve the puzzle to eat. This isn't just about food. It is about problem solving. In the brain, this releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. It is rewarding, and more importantly, it is exhausting. 15 minutes of unrolling that towel is mentally equivalent to an hour-long hike in the woods. I want to pause here for a second. What is the most expensive thing your dog has ever chewed up? Was it a designer shoe? A remote? Drop it in the comments below. I'm going to go through and tell you which brain game would have prevented that specific destruction. The safety warning now. I promise to tell you about the safety trigger. Listen carefully. When playing brain games, many owners get too excited and start teasing the dog with the treat. This can trigger what we call resource guarding, or frustration-induced arousal. If your dog starts growling or snapping during these games, you have pushed them too far. The goal is calm focus, not high hysteria. If they get too hyped, stop the game immediately. With that safety tip in mind, let's look at game number 2, The indoor scent trail. American homes are full of static smells. To a dog, it is like living in a house with no windows. We need to create a scent map. Take a tiny piece of boiled chicken, something high value, and rub it along a path on your floor, behind a chair, under a rug. Then, hide the chicken at the end. When a dog puts their nose to the ground, it physically lowers their heart rate. This is the parasympathetic nervous system taking over. It is the opposite of the stress they feel when they see another dog on a walk. This is therapy, disguised as a game. Game 3. Cognitive flexibility. Game number 3 is for the Einsteins out there. It is the cognitive shell game. You take 3 plastic cups, hide a treat under one, shuffle them around. This isn't just for fun. It tests object permanence and visual memory. Most dogs will fail at first. That is actually good. The struggle is where the brain burns the most calories. If your dog gets frustrated, make it easier. If they find it instantly, make it harder. In my clinic, I recommend this for senior dogs especially. It keeps the brain plastic and can actually delay the onset of canine cognitive dysfunction, which is basically doggy Alzheimer's. You aren't just playing, you are protecting their future. The calming hack. You have made it to the end, and as promised, here is the 30-second calming hack. Imagine your dog is barking at the window, or they have the zoomies and won't stop. You don't need to yell. Yelling is just barking in human language. Instead, use the scatter feed. Take a handful of very small, low-calorie treats and scatter them across a wide area of the floor or a shaggy rug. The sniffing instinct is a biological override. A dog cannot bark or be aggressive while they are intensely sniffing the ground. Within 30 seconds of their nose hitting the floor, their brain switches from high alert to search mode. It is the most powerful tool in my vet kit for instant calm. Dogs do not need miles of pavement. They need to use the incredible brains they were born with. Try just one of these games tonight. Just one. And I want you to come back to this video tomorrow and tell me, did your dog sleep through the night? If this helped you understand your best friend a little better, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. We are on a mission to make every dog in America a happy, healthy, and mentally satisfied pup. I am your host, and I will see you in the next one. Now, go play with your dog